Hello and welcome to another edition of Weighted to Win, a trip to the south of Johannesburg, turffontein stand-side track racing. We're going to jump straight into it. Race number 2 is the start of today's buy pot, where your 28 to 10 favourites, number 10, Vivacious Vicky. I've got Daryl and Darren with me this afternoon. Let's go to Darren first. Darren, welcome to the show. What do you like in race number 2? Vivacious Vicky is your 28 to 10 favourites. Tyson the Brave is at 3 to 1, and you're getting 5 to 1 in better bar those two. If Darren can just unmute his mic, I think he's probably still got us over there. So Darren has kindly joined us. Darren, I was just saying, trappy start race number 2 to the first leg of the buy pots. 28 to 10 favourites, number 10 Vivacious Vicky, 3 to 1 the 8 Tyson the Brave. What do you like over here?
Brandon, I found a bit of a sneaker in Copper Mist at a decent price. I really liked the way he went to the start on debut. He ran 11 lengths off, but you had really smart sorts in first, second, and third place there. And I can just see this horse showing major improvement. The dangers, Tyson the Brave, Caretaker, and Vivacious Vicky, all might enjoy the step up in trip.
Okay, yeah, Copper Mist. There's been a bit of talk around town for this individual. I thought there was a nice debut performance. I'm going to go to Daryl. Daryl, you also thought it was a good enough performance to seem competitive. He's a decent price, 12 to 1. Copper Mist, but I know he's not your top selection.
No, he's not, Brandon. Yeah, fair enough debut. I don't know if he's shown enough from debut to get it right in his second start, but he's found the right field. The form on offer here isn't that great, Brandon. Horses like Tyson the Brave and Vivacious Vicky, numbers 8 and 10, they've had their chances. They've disappointed and let this out down in the past. Both are trying extra for the first time. We could see them improve on what they've shown today. Vivacious Vicky's got the draw, one draw around the bend over 1400. I'm siding with him. Tyson the Brave, being by Vercingetorix, he could certainly be wanting this extra. So I've only got 2 horses in the buy pot. If you want to add 2 others, I'd recommend, like you say, the boys are big on Copper Mist improving. And I'd also throw in Lion's Eye, who's been gelded. I thought his debut was fair enough. If he was drawn better, I would have thrown him in. But I've only got numbers 8 and 10 in the opening leg.
Beautiful looking horses, Lion's Eye. Let's see how he comes back from that gelding. Let's go and see what we're doing in terms of selections. It is the first leg of the buy pot. Daryl Marie's going 8 and 10 by 1, 3, 11, 13, 17. By Banker 5, by 1, 2, 3, 7. By 6 and 9, by Banker 3. The spend is only 80 Rand. First leg of the place Accumulator. It all begins in race number 3, where Shine in Memphis, number 13, is at 33 to 10. The one Wilkie's at 5 to 1. You're getting 11 to 2 and better bar those. Again, it's not an easy race. It's a tricky start to the place Accumulator. Let's go to Darren. Darren, what do you like over here? There is an update. Obviously, this horse Wilkie's ran second behind World Heritage in the Work Riders race on Tuesday afternoon out at the Vaal. But there's been a bit of support for Shine in Memphis. That was a decent debut.
Yes, Shine in Memphis, I would say a fair debut. You know, it wasn't a strong field, and she had Wilkie's ahead of her. But that was over 1,000 meters, and I think she'll reverse the form with Wilkie's. Forever in My Dreams has to be a serious runner. Fair debut. The form line hasn't quite stood up, but has been rested. And Secret Recipe, the drop back to sprinting trips, could see a feature here.
Okay, yeah, Secret Recipe is back in trip, which is interesting. That's probably going to play into her hands. Let's go to Daryl Marie and see what he likes. Daryl does look to be a trappy start. You were telling me off air, number 11, Forever in My Dreams. Healthy respect for this horse as well?
Yeah, Brandon, if I knew this was fancied by the yard, she'd definitely be my top pick. But she has been off for just over 3 months. Fair debut. There was a filly who finished 4.5 lengths behind her in that race, came out and ran third. Who did she run behind?
That was the run behind Divine Moonlight.
Yeah, no. That Terrio.
Yes, that's right. Terrio Torietta. I think that's what it is.
Third behind Secret Swing.
That's right. That was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We can't miss those silks.
Yeah. She's open to a lot of improvements. That's number 11, Forever in My Dreams. Number 3 also interests me. Secret Recipe. Like, never really been a fan of her because of the strength of her form lines, but she tries a set of blinkers and she comes right back in trip to 1160. Her dam was an out-and-out sprinter. So I'd be leaning towards numbers 11 and 3. I've thrown in the scratching of your Brandon in case they do back something into tote favorite, like a first time or something like that. But 11 and 3 for me.
Yeah, early updates. There's been 2 scratchings. The 15 Storm Secret and the 17 Inevitable also comes out. So 15 and 17 been scratched in race 3. Let's go and see what we're doing in terms of selections. Daryl Marie's gone 1, 3, 11, 13 and 17 by Banker 5, by 2 and 7, by 6 and 9, by Banker 3, by 4, 5, 6 and 10, by 9, 10 and 13. 240 rands to spend. You need to be on by 5 past 1. It's the pick 6, the big one of the afternoon, the bet we all want to catch. We start now in race number 4, and your 9 to 10 favourite is Captain Watto. Ran a very good race behind Sandringham Summit in the Durban Golden Horseshoe. That was a grade 2 event over 1,400 metres. Let's go to Darren, let's see what he likes. I've got a feeling you're going to give us all the confidence we need with Captain Watto. Darren?
Yes, Brandon, I'm very confident about this horse, I mean, his penultimate start in a juvenile plate against winners, he ran a cracker. That was over the 1,200. Last time out, the 14 too far. But in saying that, it was a strong field, a group race, and he was only beaten 4.5 lengths by Sandringham Summit. The 1160 is going to be ideal, and I think he'll win. He'll take a power of beating. I have respect for the first-timers, John Wick and the Octagon.
So this combination had a very good winner at the Vaal on Tuesday afternoon. They'll be hoping to have a winner this afternoon, being Thursday. Captain Watto done nothing wrong to date. Let's go to Daryl Marine. Daryl, just for the viewers, I think we need to respect John Wick and the Octagon. We'll get the lowdown from the presenters as to what the trainers are expecting. But on form, Captain Watto, surely today is his day.
Yeah, of the race runners, there's no doubt. I mean, he's a penalty kick of the race runners, Brandon. Magic Prince, he's moderate. Brachot hasn't shown enough. Bullet Barnes and Rock of Ages, I mean, a lot more to do. So of the race runners, it's a one-horse race. How can we sit here and say he's a penalty kick when you got John Wick and the Octagon in the race? But you can go into this leg confident enough to bank him in the pick 6. Great run last time out in a grade 2. I think it's actually his best effort to date. Penultimate start, finish well clear of the 3rd place horse, who's come out in 1 since then, George Handel. It's actually a very nice horse, George Handel. So yeah, with that experience on his side, Captain Watto, very, very hard to beat, and it will have to take a well above average first timer to topple him on debut.
And the yards hit their straps nicely, Cornet Spes. We wish him all the best for the new season. I know they got some lovely youngsters. Let's go and see what we're doing in terms of selections over here. Darren Burrows has been kind enough to give us a pick 6. He's going to banker number 5, Captain Watto. By banker 1 in the second leg. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. By 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 12 and 14. By 2, 5, 6 and 8. Field at the back, 3,528 rand is the spend. First leg of the jackpot, race number 5, and your favourites over here being Tayuba number 1 at 5 to 2, the 2 Iron Sky at 5 to 2, 5 to 1, the 3 Axel Collins, it's 11 to 2 and better. The rest, let's go and see what Darren likes. Darren, this was Tayuba, moved up a winner last time out. Is this the right race?
Definitely a confident selection, Brandon. 5 to 2, a good price. She drops in class. I've always believed this filly was a 1,000-metre horse. And for her to get narrowly beaten over 1,200 in a 90 handicap, 2 lengths by Captain Hindsight, I really believe she'll take a power of beating, and I think she's worth a bet.
So Darren very confident with this horse, Tayuba. Daryl, I don't think you're going to give us the confidence we need. I know you were saying off air, I don't think easy pickings for Tayuba. Iron Sky, a horse that's really found his form, a nice hold-up horse that'll be finishing with some steam. Axel Collins done nothing wrong. Pendragon, even Little Miss Moneybags must have a squeak.
No, there's no doubt Tayuba's off a competitive rating, Brandon. But she's taking on the improving sort in Iron Sky, who's improving now that he's been ridden cold. Little Miss Moneybags is down to a 68. I can't believe that's the case because I really expected more from her. But you know, she's changed stables. I think Gavin will suit her because he likes to ride horses that enjoy being held up for a run. The pace is towards the outside, which will favour her. And then Axel Collins on his day should be competitive. So I made this race a little bit more trickier than what Darren did. I actually think there's value in Little Miss Moneybags' current price. We've seen quite a few horses from that yard improve when making debuts for other stables. Let's see how she goes. If she falls into the same category, who knows, Brennan? It changes as good as a holiday, they say.
You're getting 12 to 1 about Little Miss Moneybags. She's doing very nicely back at home, and they are hoping for a decent run. Let's go and see what we're doing in terms of selections over here. Daryl Marie has tipped us a jackpot. It is jackpot 1. He's gone 1, 2, 3, and 7 in the first leg, by 6 and 9, by banker 3, by field, and that's going to cost you 96 Rand. So we move along to race number 6. There has been a scratching here. Number 7, Strange Magic, has come out. I just want to see what the market's doing. What a Honey number 2, 5 to 2. 6 LMBs at 5 to 2, and it's 5 to 1 and better bar those. Let's go to Darren. Darren, what's the word on the ground with What a Honey? I know that Piet Bunzaya is a good friend of yours. Won a good race last time out. Is there any confidence coming from the camp?
I haven't actually asked about this filly this time around. I know they fancied her last time out. She has performed well over this trip before, so the 14's not a concern. She's a Rainbow's interesting because I labelled her at a big price in her penultimate start when she won, when she dropped in class big time. This is a stronger race, but she's got a handy galloping weight and a 1 draw. LMB, last time out, maybe a bit disappointing, but she's probably best over 1400. But I did make it a very hard race.
LMB probably a bit unlucky not to have gone closer last time out, and we'll get the word from Daryl Marie because I know he likes a bit of LMB. Always been a nice horse to follow. Like you say, was angled out for a run last time out. That gap didn't really appear going through the 400-meter marker, but she can turn it on, and this does look to be a good race for her. Daryl?
Yes, Brandon. Likely race 3-year-old filly. I mean, she's effective over the course and distance. Like you say, she didn't get the clearest of runs on the outside fence. Peak run, 2.5 kgs off her back to her sister. I've got healthy respect for her. I think the value lies with number 9, She's a Rainbow. Penultimate start, she only won by a neck, but I don't know if you recall, the first 2 in that race were well clear of the field. The later starts in open company, she was never in contention because they gave her a chance from a wide draw. From a 1 draw, I'm expecting her to be closer to the pace, get the run of the race, and I think she's the value. So for me, 9 from 6. If you want to go a little bit wider, I'd throw in What a Honey. But for me, 9 from 6.
All right, so you've heard from the guys. Let's go and see what they like in terms of selections. The second jackpot starts now in race 6. Darren Burrow's going to tip us a pick 3. He's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. By 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 10, 12. By 2, 5, 6, and 8. And that's going to cost you 252 Rand. You need to be on by 1450, and it's over 1400 meters. Race number 7 is the 4racing.tv merit rated 68 handicap. It is over 1600 meters. The 7th race, they've got number 3 Napoleon at 19 to 10. 1 Funky Music 5 to 1. The 5 Lady Elliot's at 6 to 1. And it's 12 to 1 and better the rest. I'm going to go to Daryl Marie first. Daryl, this horse Napoleon, we watched the race together. That was a very nice run behind Royal Guard, who looks to be improving. A little bit unlucky, probably should have gone closer. What is your feeling on this horse today?
Take all the beating and with a bet.
Short and sweet?
Yeah, I like his chances. I think from a 1 draw, he's going to get the run of the race. He's probably going to have Lady Elliot and Funky Music to go and fetch. But he needs that cover, Brandon, and he needs to be produced late. I thought his last start behind a very nice horse in Royal Guard shows that he's ready and he's overdue for his next victory. So I think this is a perfect race for him. If he does fluff his lines and doesn't get his head in front, I think Lady Elliot The improving 2-year-old filly, she's unexposed of this trip, is the one that will pick up the pieces. But really, I think this is the perfect race for Napoleon to notch up another victory. I'm going into this race very, very bullish.
Okay, that's what we like to hear, don't we? 19 to 10 the current price. Let's see if Daryl Marie can get on for us. I'm going to go to Darren now. Darren, can you give us the confidence? Is this worth the bet at 19 to 10 Napoleon?
Well, I played a couple of horses in my exotics here, but he is one of my first choices. Now, last time I ran a cracker behind Royal Guide, beaten narrowly by Sage King when I thought he was unlucky, 3 runs back. His run at this course was disappointing when he ran 4th to Free Movement. I thought he was a bit one-paced, but he's got the one draw. He must be held up for a run. Lady Elliott interests me because I think this filly could be well ahead of the handicapper. I was impressed with her last start. She beat Loma Swagger, came out to win again, and she's got a decent draw. So maybe between numbers 3 and 5.
Let's see what we're doing with selections. Daryl Marie's going win on number 3. That'll be Napoleon. You got the confidence from Daryl. Darren probably thinks we need to respect Lady Elliott as well. That was Lil Miss Swagger. Came from that form line and won a good race. And also we need to follow going forward from the Farney Broncos yard is Lil Miss Swagger. That's the selections from Daryl Marie. So we're going to go and back Napoleon. You need to be on at 25 past 3. The 8th race, good race this. Number 1 in Glamour's your 6 to 1 joint favourites. Number 2 Raffles. I see the 8 Millahoo has shorted up 7 to 1. 4 Zuzan 7 to 1. Perfect Witness number 5 at 7 to 1. And you're getting 10s and better bar those. Quite a trappy race. You must go and have a look at the form lines. There's a few that are on dangerous marks, there's no doubt. I'm going to go to Darren on the line. Darren, it does look to be a trappy race. There's a few nice horses over here that are going to win races in their career.
Yes, definitely, Brandon. It is a very competitive race, high-class field. Millahoo's improving with racing. You know, since he's been on the high fault, he's really come well. He's got a terrific turn of foot. He'll be given a patient ride, and that long straight, he might just reel in those leaders. Spin Doctor's got a chance. Raffles, not much between himself and Millahoo. And the filly Perfect Witness, she is loaded with ability, and it's good to see that she's back on track.
Yeah, I agree with Darren. Perfect Witness needs to be respected in a big way. Ran a very good race last time out, and I think this is a good race for her. Gavin Larena gets the ride. 7 to 1 is the current price. Daryl, what do you like over here? I mean, Ndlamu's done nothing wrong. Raffles has come back to himself. Millahoo's got a striking turn of foot. Susan's done nothing wrong. Perfect Witness has got a chance. It's just one of those races where we probably want to catch quartets, trifectas, swingers, exactas, all of those sort of bets.
What about a place bet even?
Even a place?
Yeah, Brandon.
You got a place bet
I'm just having a look over here. You know that Dennis Schwarz has only ridden twice for Mark de Kock. I like the look of number 10 over here, Destiny of Souls. Now this is obviously a middle stakes, am I right? Yeah, middle stakes. So the best weighted is Perfect Witness, but joint second best in is Destiny of Souls. He's having his peak run. He bolted up over the course and distance, so he's suited to this track and trip. Don't know what price he is currently.
10 to 1.
10 to 1. I think he's the value in the race. I think Zuzan will, in my mind, reverse that form with Millahoo. You know, last time out, that race was set up for something to run on. Zuzan and Electric Gold were really cutting throats up front, and they had to fold. So I'm going to say Zuzan to reverse that form. But I like the look of Destiny of Souls as the each-way play.
Okay, well, Darren on the line likes Millahoo, and Daryl likes a bit of Destiny of Souls. Maybe we take the swingers. Let's go and see what the guys are going to tip us over here. Darren Burroughs' place on Millahoo. Current price is 7 to 1. The 4-year-old Bay Gelding. JP van der Merwe rides for Johan Janse van Vieren. Alright, so you need to be on at 15.55. It's a good race. It's over 1,800 meters.